Have you ever heard a question that sounded innocent, but deep inside something told you it was wrong? A gentle tone, a harmless smile. And yet, the moment you answered, you realized you had just stepped into a game you could never win. This is the art of the liar. They don't just lie with words. They lie with questions. And if you can't see through the disguise, you'll get trapped doubting yourself, apologizing for things you never did until you start fighting against yourself instead of them. The ancient Romans knew this well. Seneca, Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, they warned us. A liar rarely attacks head-on. They plant tiny seeds of doubt and then they wait for you to destroy yourself. More than 2,000 years later, the tactic hasn't changed. It's only become more subtle. In today's video, we'll break down the 7 most dangerous questions liars ask to manipulate and control you. More importantly, I'll show you how the Stoics would respond calmly, clearly, unshakably. And by the end, you'll have the tools to ensure you'll never be anyone's pawn again. So stay with me until the end. And if you find value here, consider subscribing. Not for me, but for yourself, so you never miss the next lesson that could sharpen your mind and strengthen your spirit. Question 1. You trust me, right? At first, it sounds so gentle, so innocent. But beneath the surface, this is a trap. Anyone who demands trust instead of earning it has already revealed their hand. A trustworthy person doesn't need to ask for your faith. Their actions speak louder than words. When someone looks you in the eye and insists, "You trust me, right?" they're saying, "Don't think, don't question. Just hand me the keys to your mind." Epictetus warned us, it is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. They use this question to shut down your curiosity and make you feel guilty for being cautious. So how would a Stoic respond? With calm detachment, apatheia. When faced with the words, "You trust me, right?" pause, breathe and reply, "Trust is earned through consistency. Are you asking me to ignore my judgment?" That single line flips the entire frame. Remember, trust is a fortress built stone by stone through time, truth, and consistency. To give away that fortress too quickly is to surrender your peace. Question 2. Why are you being so sensitive? It sounds harmless, almost like concern, but don't be fooled. This is the very first bullet fired by the gaslighter. Hidden inside that question is not curiosity, it's accusation. What they're really saying is, you're weak. You're imagining things. The problem isn't me, it's you. They want to take your sensitivity, your radar for danger, and twist it into a weakness. Seneca once wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Manipulators plant seeds of doubt in your imagination until you begin to question yourself. But the truth is, sensitivity is awareness. So what would a Stoic do? Marcus Aurelius once said, "If someone can prove me wrong and show me my mistake, I will gladly change. For it is truth that I seek, not victory." A person who truly values you will never shame your awareness. So next time someone throws the line, "Why are you being so sensitive?" don't get angry. Don't defend. Simply look at them and calmly reply, "I'm not being sensitive. I'm being observant." Does that make you uncomfortable? One sentence, and you'll watch as the mask begins to slip. Question 3. Are you accusing me of something? This one is clever. It looks like a simple question, but it's actually a shield, a way to flip the frame and put you on trial. You raise a concern and suddenly, instead of answers, you get a sharp counterattack. You're forced into defense mode, rushing to explain yourself. In that moment, you've lost your power. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best answer to anger is silence." Silence does not mean surrender. It means refusing to play the game on someone else's terms. So how do you respond? With stillness, with composure. The next time someone snaps, "Are you accusing me of something?" don't rush to fill the silence. Hold your ground. Wait 2, maybe 3 seconds and then calmly say, "Should I be?" It's just 3 words. But those three words flip the pressure back where it belongs. The Stoic refuses to be baited. Wisdom does not apologize for observation. Question 4. Would I ever lie to you? This one is poison wrapped in velvet. It sounds wounded, as if you've insulted them simply by doubting. Why would someone need to ask such a question unless they already sensed you were close to the truth? It's theater designed to paint them as noble and you as cruel for even imagining otherwise. It's about guilt. If they can make you feel guilty for doubting, you'll stop asking questions and hand them blind trust. The Stoics remind us truth is never offended by scrutiny. So how would a Stoic respond? Not by taking the bait, not by scrambling to reassure. Instead, with calm clarity. The next time someone asks, "Would I ever lie to you?" Pause. Let the silence work and then reply, "That's not the question. The question is, would I know if you did?" In that instant, you shift the power. Honest people don't fear questions. Only liars do. Question 5. What did you do to make me do that? This is a masterclass in blame shifting and projection. It's a demand for you to claim responsibility for their poor choices. They imply that their behavior, an outburst, a betrayal, a mistake, was merely a logical reaction to your failing. This is designed to obliterate your boundaries and enslave you with guilt. Epictetus taught us, the chief task in life is simply this, to identify and separate matters, so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control, and which have to do with the choices I actually control. A manipulator deliberately blurs this line. So how would a Stoic respond? By calmly and completely refusing to accept the burden of their choice. When faced with, "What did you do to make me do that?" look at them steadily and reply, "I am only responsible for my intentions, not for your actions." That line cuts the chain of blame. It reestablishes the boundary, reminding them that they, and only they, are the author of their deeds. Question 6. Why can't you just be happy for me? This manipulative question weaponizes your emotions, specifically trying to induce guilt and silence any potential critique. It's deployed when a liar has done something that makes you uncomfortable, but they frame it as a personal triumph. If you react with anything less than effusive joy, they spin it as you're failing, you're unsupportive or jealous. What they're demanding is emotional compliance, an endorsement of their actions regardless of the impact on you. So how would a Stoic respond? With calm self-possession and an unwavering commitment to your own truth. Marcus Aurelius taught that happiness comes from within, not from others' forced approval. When faced with, "Why can't you just be happy for me?" ground yourself. Then, with an even tone, reply, "My feelings are my own. Are you asking me to pretend?" This response asserts your emotional autonomy and refuses to be shamed into a performance. Question 7. Can't we just move on? This is the last card in the liar's deck, the desperation play. When denial fails and distraction fails, they turn to exhaustion. On the surface, it sounds like peace, but look deeper. It's not about resolution, it's about escape. What they're really saying is, "I don't want accountability. I need you too tired to keep digging." Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Truth has no expiration date. So how does the Stoic respond? Not with rage, but with steady resolve. When someone asks, "Can't we just move on?" you breathe and calmly answer, "I'll move on when I understand what happened, not before." That single sentence anchors you in truth. Liars thrive on your exhaustion, but when you refuse to surrender, their game is over. Liars thrive on emotion. They only need you to lose your balance. They'll shame you, guilt you, blame you, and try to wear you down until you're too tired to keep searching for truth. This is exactly where Stoicism offers a shield. Epictetus taught, "Some things are in our control, others are not." This single distinction is the foundation of freedom. When they try to guilt you, remember their feelings are not your responsibility. When they accuse you of being too sensitive, remember awareness is a strength. When they try to shift the blame, Remember, your integrity is defined by your actions, not their interpretations. When they demand your happiness, remember your emotions are sovereign. And when they try to wear you down, remember truth has no deadline. The Stoic doesn't react at the liar's pace. He observes. He breathes. He chooses his response with precision. Their greatest weapon only works if you give them your reaction. Take that away and the weapon shatters in their hands. The Stoic knows silence can be strength. Observation can be power. Detachment can be liberation. So the next time someone tries to twist your perception, don't rush. Don't panic. Simply ask yourself, is this within my control or outside of it? And with that single question, you reclaim your freedom. Calm, clear, unshakable. That's how Stoic thinking breaks every chain of manipulation. You now know the 7 dangerous questions liars use to manipulate. You are no longer a pawn. You are the player. The man who sees clearly is dangerous not because he is violent, but because he cannot be controlled. Choose clarity. Choose reason. Walk as a Stoic warrior. Calm, observant, unshakable. If this message speaks to you, tap like, subscribe to the Stoic Mindshift and share it with someone who needs it. And in the comments, write just 3 words: I choose certainty.